Alright, let's pick where the fun out. Sam, where we left off, you were standing, safely away from, but not all that far away from a burning boat. That's, currently being put out by the city guard. Boo has left. You are with, Sauce Lip Leaf, Smooth River, and Lucy Crystallini, with a burning boat and a bunch of yelling people and somebody being arrested in the background, planning your next move.
We may want to pick up a little of those, little red potions.
Not a bad idea.
One tangle with a sentient wooden mermaid is plenty.
Well, I mean, a nice carriage ride to the Salt Stagnum is at least a short rest, so that's something.
That's fine with me. I'm just still thinking about the fact that I'm a little bit burnt, actually.
Same.
Lucy is looking over both of you in your slightly singed state. Yeah, I know of a general store that we can stop to on the way. That would be a pretty quick stop on the way through town. And we're also, stopping by so that you can update my husband, right?
Yeah, good idea.
There's a store near my place that we could, get you all fixed up.
One further slight concern. What is the time frame on this little journey?
Well, if we go and grab a carriage through town to get to the other side, and then we would have to go on foot from there, of course, out to the actual monastery itself, and that would be... And Saucy chimes in and says, it's about an hour from the edge of town to where I live.
Okay, we're not talking about all night into the morning, right?
Well, it depends on how long the seance goes. Why do you have a bedtime, Marmalade?
I just don't stay this handsome without some good night's sleep, you know.
Makes sense.
Although I tend to do my good night sleeping during the day because the fun is at night, but you know what I mean.
Of course. I am an afternoon sleeper myself.
Well, lead on then.
So, question, real quick. Mr. Tabaxi, no offense intended, but I did notice that you kinda bolted during the fight with the wooden mermaid. You good?
Smooth looks very embarrassed. Lucy has started walking away, big poofy dress rustling, and he looks over to see whether or not she heard you say that, and he's kind of sweating. And he's,
How does a Tabaxi sweat?
Just
mean,
little
cats-
cartoon droplets that fling off of him.
Cats don't
Yes.
sweat, do they?
this is a special world.
Okay, fine.
A special world of my making.
Okay,
Where
where-
cats sweat.
Sure, fine.
Where cats sweat and snakes give milk.
Fine.
Oh, it's legitimately snake milk. Okay, these are snakes with tits. Cool.
Oh, God. Can we not?
Snake
Can we
nipples.
not have snakes with tits in our world, please?
Snake nipples. Little snakes with pasties.
No!
Snipples.
Nipples.
I'm done. I
Okay.
quit. I'm leaving. We're finished professionally. I'm done.
Nipples. Oh my god.
Oh my God. Fuck. I have to take my glasses off to wipe my eyes. God damn it. Oh,
Oh my goodness. Okay, snipples.
fuck.
All right. I'm fine.
I'm not.
I'm fine. Snipples.
You gotta wonder about how you go about milking a snake. Is it like a cow, or do you just rain them out?
Oh my God. Like a washcloth.
Oh my god. First you buy them dinner.
Well, what the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, this happened because you questioned
Sweaty cat.
sweating.
I know. It's on me. I apologize profusely.
So he is making a face as if he is sweating nervously.
Okay.
He starts
You can
tugging
tell.
at his collar, Rodney
Mhm.
Dangerfield-like.
Like
Yes.
every other character has done in this show so far.
Every fucking
Yes.
character.
Yes.
He's embarrassed though. He said, "Did you all not feel the same thing that I did? I was it looked at me and I heard that noise it made and I was just overwhelmed. I thought everybody was running. I wasn't thinking straight at all. I must have been bewitched or something. It must have been some sort of magic, right? I wasn't just a coward. Oh, no, should I just leave? I should just wait till the ship's not on fire anymore and just get back on board and just go to my quarters and wait till we go back to Lustrum."
Then I just kind of like hook my arm around him. I'm like, it's okay, Smooth. It's fine. We all have those moments. You know, it's just how you handle it in the future.
Yeah, brush up on your saving rolls, dude.
He accepts your arm hooking through his and sets his head on your shoulder and purrs. "Thank you for saying that. I know I was a coward and I left you in the lurch, but I will try to do better once we're in the swamp."
And I reach up and like scruff his head, and I'm like, it's all right. You're a bit more flammable than I am anyway, so perhaps it's for the best.
Oh, I do hate a fire. I'm afraid I'm not as brave as Marmalade Baby Hands.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Time out. Hold on. Time out. What did you say his name was?
I am not Marmalade Baby Hands. I was named for Marmalade Baby Hands, who saved my parents from a fire.
And Friday's like choking on her laughter, trying not to burst out loud laughing.
And I'm just like looking at her, just so injured. Are my parents' survival a source of humor for you?
Oh my god. Wait. Hold on. Oh, I smell the piquant scent of bullshit on the air.
I am so offended
Mm-hmm.
that you would laugh at my familial trauma and then accuse me of bullshit?
Oh, sunshine, you are something else.
What's wrong with Marmalade Baby Hands? It's a very respectable name in Tabaxi.
Mainly because he told me his name was Matthias.
What are you talking about, Lovey?
Oh, no. I'm not gonna let you gaslight me, you motherfucker. Don't you dare.
I'm trying to understand what you're talking about, and
she just gives him like this flat look like, don't.
as best I can understand, someone took you into a confidence that didn't really deserve to happen.
And she's still just like eyeballing him.
Is that your middle name?
I have no idea what she's talking about.
Oh.
And he just looks at her, and he's clearly not amused.
And she's not amused either. She's very not amused.
Matthias, roll a deception.
That is a 12.
Okay. So yeah, Smooth is going to kind of tighten his... You're still, linked arms with him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he kind of, tightens his arm in yours and turns away from Friday a little bit and is starting to walk after where Lucy is, started strolling. And so you're arm in arm with Smooth, walking after Lucy and Saucelip, almost leaving Friday behind. And Smooth seems kind of rattled, like he's not sure what's going on right now, but he is obviously comforted by your presence still.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep walking with him.
Okay. What's Friday do?
And she, like, lets out this moan and runs her hands through her hair and just looks down at her ruined dress and looks up at the retreating back of Matthias and Smooth and just kind of gives up and follows.
Okay. So, yeah, you're starting to pass through town now. So, I guess each of you tell me, like, if there's any place that you want to stop, if there is a conversation that you want to have before you get to the other side of town, before, you pass in through the, Salt Stagnum.
Well, I kind of feel like right now Friday is not really happy with Matthias, because he's fucking gaslighting her, so she's not saying much.
Well, goes both ways. Matthias just wanted to get some healing potions.
All right. Something I was going to address also, because you have reasons to have money, you are in your hometown. That's not something we're going to like keep super hardcore track of. What I am going to be a little bitch about, though, is if you are leaving for somewhere, you need to be really specific with me about how much money and what stuff you bring with you.
Okay.
Just in case you are swept away into a land of adventure and don't have access to like your bank.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Friday definitely has all the gold that What's-His-Face gave her.
Right.
So Friday goes back to her office, changes out of her dress that is now fucking ruined, gets that money that he gave her, keeps her daggers, gets her longbow, gets her arrows, and puts on her light armor underneath her regular clothes.
Right. Okay. We can just assume that, you know, you're going to go to a shop, whatever you buy there, we'll assume you take enough of whatever it is to get back up to your, like, as if you had taken a long rest.
Okay.
Awesome. Love it.
Yeah, so for a trip out into a swamp, what do y'all buy?
Good question. Rubber boots? Are rubber boots a thing in this world? Like those wading boots?
We can say that you buy like some waterproofed boots or something.
Yeah.
What I'm mostly thinking here is whatever you think of right now, I won't give you shit for later, basically.
Yeah. Okay, so rubber boots and bug repellent.
Okay, cool.
Mosquito spray, like, all the hell over.
Okay.
So wait, is the Salt Stagnum a salt swamp?
Are you asking this to anybody in particular?
You, as the DM. I'm asking you, Rowan, the person.
Because characters should actually know this, I would think.
Yes.
Right. Well, so yeah, neither of you have been out there before. This is not a place that people usually go because it is sort of a wasteland, and there's not like guards, you know, keeping people out of there. There are a lot of certain places that have any of the parts that reach kind of closer to populated areas might be blocked off for people's safety.
So basically it's Florida, only salt.
Yeah. I'm just going to say for now, both of you have different ideas of why this place is the way it is.
Okay.
But we're going to have a little bit of a conversation about that in a second.
Okay. I am not concerned about boots. Feel like I'm wearing probably at least knee-high leather boots as is. I probably get a rapier because I did not take one to the boat. Did not expect to be fighting. Some healing potions and some sort of jacket because mine was burned.
Yes. Okay.
And those are my concerns.
And they are valid.
Smooth is just kind of gonna follow your lead and get a couple of healing potions also.
And yeah, I did not get healing potions because I do have a healing spell, so.
All right. So, as you're leaving the store, your next stop is going to be going by to talk to Gavin. And in between this time, as you are traveling together, Lucy has hailed a horse-driven cart, which is like a pretty nice big cart to take you through the streets to make your way through the town quickly. And Saucy actually addresses you, Friday. So, I noticed that you do magic.
Oh gosh, just the basics. I had the basic training that all city guards get when they first start. That's it.
I'll let you know right now that you probably won't want to do that or say anything about it once we are where I live.
And her eyebrows just shoot up into her hairline like, oh, really? Like, not even healing spells?
No, the Ashenclad don't really trust magic. It's,
Not even healing spells?
None at all. Nothing at all. No.
Huh.
I am...
So, like, your
obviously-
fantasy Christian scientists.
Our past is, there was a very powerful magic user that destroyed the reason that our land is the way it is because of a magic user. And, the Ashenclad, they don't trust magic very much because of that. Sure. I say very much, not at all. It scares me quite a bit myself, but I feel like you're okay.
Wait, hold on. Are you seriously saying that the salt stagnum is the way that it is not because of a freak of nature that happened naturally, but because of a magic user?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Huh.
It was a beautiful forest once,
And again, her eyebrows are like sky high, and she's avidly listening now.
Yes, it was a beautiful forest. Our monastery was dedicated to the land and to the practice of using gold to enrich life. And he's kind of, you see him like reaching into his robe and touching something that's laying against his neck. And he basically goes on to tell you just how this was before his time, but that it was, that's just this beautiful place in the center of this lush forest that was super focused on gold, but not in like a for its value sense, but they sincerely believe that it has to do with life, and that they did these things like they constructed these sheets of gold on these wooden platforms placed around gardens and used to just study how the sun reflecting off of gold made their plants grow faster and larger, how wearing gold soothed aging joints and made for longer lives, how they all drank from a well in the center of the monastery that was lined with bricks of gold, and that enhanced their meditation, put them in touch with everything living around them. But essentially there was this, at some point, this evil magic user that had really motivations that they didn't know or understand, laid waste to the land around their monastery, and most of their gold that was just turned to this black sludge, and how they have very little of it left. And this person didn't seem to actually want to do anything except for destroy this area around them. And that's why the place is sludge now. And it's also why there are so many dead souls wandering the area. They learn over time how to communicate with the dead, not as something like cool, fun to do, but out of necessity. They were surrounded by just so many unsettled, confused, angry souls, and they wanted to ease the pain of their fallen friends, to let them know what happened to them, and to continue to talk and work with them in the same way they had in life. And that's why they stay there in the Stagnum. That's where their last stand was. Their building is still there. All of their fallen friends are there, and they want to try to return life to this place. Now, Friday.
And again, Friday is fascinated.
What you've heard is what most people have heard. It was a simple, unfortunate, boring event, a slow process of the outer edges of the land that were close to the ocean. Everything was kind of over-farmed out there, not well taken care of. The health of the land deteriorated. That combined with erosion meant when a pretty bad storm season came in, there was nothing stopping just a shit ton of seawater from flooding the land, staying there, becoming stagnant, and killing off just large chunks of trees, and because just so much was like vigorously cleared for farming. Matthias, you've heard things before about it not being because of anything that happened above ground, but something that happened below ground. And that has been what you've believed because you've seen that sort of thing before. Things that have been done underground that putrefy the land above it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And basically you have heard different reasons for why this place is the way that it is, and now this person is giving you this other reason and explains to you why you do not want to mention or and especially not perform any sort of magic once you actually get to this monastery.
Okay.
Well, I suppose that I was brought along simply to be charming then.
Lucy kind of leans over and shoves your shoulder. I told you I wanted to bring along some strapping boys to help us on our way out through the actual swamp. It could be dangerous out there.
Yes, but I'm a drow, dear, and that big strapping protection that I offer comes with magic.
Right. I mean, once we're at the building itself, we're safe, right? Once we're at the building itself, we're in Sawslip's home, right?
Okay.
Yes, there's nothing you'll have to worry about once we're there. I don't want to. I feel like I've come to understand a lot in my one day outside, and I know that not everybody is like us, and not everybody has the same fears that we do. I just wanted to let you know so that you don't scare anybody there.
I mean, I'm a half-orc. I'm a brick wall of a half-orc. If I don't scare them just by being me, I have a feeling magic ain't gonna do much else to help.
Okay. Unless you have anything else to talk about or ask, we can just say that we're getting to Gavin's place.
Okay. Have the cart parked down the block and around the corner, out of sight of his house. I'll go talk to him, and if I don't come out in, let's call it half an hour, go on without me, and I'll try to catch up with you.
Lucy kind of looks at you puzzled, like, do you really think he's gonna... I mean, if you tell him that you're, like, hot on my trail, he should let you go right away, right? Are you worried about anything?
The 20 minutes I spent with that man, I got bad vibes. I have a feeling if I tell him that you were on that pleasure boat and I'm still chasing you down, he's gonna lose his temper.
He's kind of weaselly and spineless. I don't know if you have much to... I know that I introduced this whole idea that, like, maybe he murdered somebody, but I don't think you actually have much to worry about. I know. I mean, I don't think he's gonna try to fuck with you at all. So...
My point is, don't linger in the area if you don't see me, okay?
Okay. But I'm gonna be pretty freaked out if you don't come back pretty soon.
Listen, he hired me for 10 gold a day plus expenses. He's not worth it, and if it comes to a fight, I will defend myself, but that might take longer than half an hour, and I might need backup, which means you need to get the fuck out of the neighborhood. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Be careful and just, come right back.
I will.
Okay. She gives you a little shoulder pat as you leave. Okay, so we're gonna split up the party again.
There we go. Bad idea.
You go down the block and around the corner and get to this just fucking, like, the type of house that, makes you angry to look at.
Yeah.
Like...
fucking McMansion shit.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna fucking describe it. It sucks.
fucking gilded pillars and ionic cornices and just awful shit.
And there's, like, little, like, gold, not lion statues on either side of the, like, pillars leading up to the door, but,
griffins?
Kind of.
They're fucking griffins, aren't they? Just cop to it.
Oh, no, they're snakes.
Oh, no. God.
Snakes with massive
do the golden snakes have snipples, too?
Snipples. No.
Notice that Rowan isn't answering. Okay. That tells me all I need to know. There it is. Answer. Asked and answered. Done. Whatever.
Just a couple of regal snakes with massive jugs. Anyways, going on. And you get up to the door.
Damn it! Rowan! I had to walk away from my microphone for a second there. I had to physically get up and move away. Damn it.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, like, things aren't going to evolve the same in this fantasy world, and maybe the reptiles are also mammals. All right, there's probably like a butler or something like that. We'll do a fun butler character later. I'm not gonna do a butler right now.
Yeah, we've had so many butlers in our podcast, so we don't need any more. We're good. We're good.
We will have more butlers, but now is not the time for a cool butler.
Correct.
But of course he's not gonna answer the door. Somebody else answers the door. We don't have time for that person. They're not gonna hit on you or anything weird at all.
Thank you.
And
they are, however, wearing a uniform that has a rather prominent busty snake on it.
God, no! Core! No!
You almost called Core my name because
I did! God damn it!
This is because you're used to saying my name when you're upset.
Yes! Fuck!
They're just... I'm just imagining instead of like a fancy outfit, they're just wearing like black slacks and a t-shirt that's like from Legends of the Hidden Temple with an animal on it, but the animal's just
no. Oh my god.
It's just a snake with a wicked rack.
Why am I friends with you people? Why are we friends? I don't
understand.
Love
you love it. You're usually the one saying fucked up perv
I know.
shit.
That's why it's so painful.
And you get extra mad when we say fucked up perv shit. It's so unfair.
Oh, fuck.
Bitsy, you have to let other people be horny.
No. Never. No.
So that's who opens the door for you. We'll find out about their story and their entire life another time. They let you into the antechamber of this just disgustingly lavish house. And yeah, you're just kind of like looking around at the excess and the trophies from hunting and all of the things that make you mad at rich people.
Yeah.
It's just a montage of things that make you upset at a person for doing bad things with their money. Then Gavin is going to dramatically come down the spiral staircase. It takes him a really long time. And steps down to, he's got a little snifter of brandy in his hand that he's swirling around, and he's I can't remember what I made his voice like. I don't know if I did anything particular really, or just
smarmy.
did like a
mostly smarmy.
Okay, Gavin. Miss Love, I expect that you are visiting me at this hour because you have good news for me.
I do. I'm hot on her trail. She's headed to the Salt Stagnum, and I'm following her, so I need at least another 100 gold to secure a carriage or a horse.
Down to the Salt Stagnum? What in the world? Are you sure you are following the right person?
7.5 feet tall, really pretty hair that's piled on top of her head, the white dress you pointed out to me. Yeah, that's her.
Yeah, that's her. What in the world is she going out to the Salt Stagnum? It's wretched
No
out
idea,
there.
but I'm not going out there without some protection, so...
You said a carriage. No vehicle can go out into the
Then
Stagnum.
a horse.
I believe a horse would just have a never-ending story type fate out there.
Artax! No! No, not Artax!
Yes, the legend of Artax that everybody in this world knows. How do you have a god? Well, I mean, I know you're following her, but nobody goes out there. I admire your professionalism in being so ready to go out into such a dangerous area, but I don't even know how you're supposed to travel out there.
And she just, puts her fist under her chin and looks at him and goes, "Are you telling me you want me to stop tracking her?"
No. I would love you to continue. It would be a shame to not hear from you because you went out there on a horse that just fell into the bog.
Any other ideas, then?
I don't know, a giant frog steed.
I'll take 100 gold for a giant frog steed.
He gets really wide-eyed and looks at you and says, do you know where to get giant frogs?
No, do you?
Because I've been looking to expand my business.
No. Nope.
He swirls his brandy and drinks some. And... Okay. He takes a very long time to go back up these winding stairs, and then coming back down, jangling with some gold. He brings you a bag of gold, hands it to you, finishes his glass of brandy, and says, I don't know what you plan on doing that's going to actually get you out there and back in one piece, but it's well worth 100 gold if you actually manage to do it, and if not, well, I've made worse investments before.
Don't worry. It's all taken care of. And she pockets the gold and smirks and shakes his hand and goes, the good news is, I don't think she's cheating on you.
Oh. Okay, well, what do you think she's doing then? I mean, I guess it makes sense. Why the hell would you go out to the Salt Stagnum to cheat? That's,
Yeah, not exactly a romantic date spot. Bad news is, I think she's trying to, skip town.
Oh. Has she... Oh, I suppose you would tell me, but she must have done something terrible then if...
No, I don't think it's something terrible.
Unless she's cheated and now she's trying to get away from me because she's afraid of what I might do if I find out.
No, that ain't it.
She knows how afraid of the swamp I am.
You don't say.
It gives me nightmares sometimes, just thinking about how close it is to us. It's terrifying out there. I've only been to the edge. It's disgusting. The smell is... Oh.
What took you to the edge of the Salt Stagnum?
It's just surveying some land. I was thinking of buying a parcel, but it was too close. You could see. You could smell it from there. It's just so gross. And like just talking about like the smell of this place, and he does the same sort of thing he did at your office, dusting off his clothes almost a little bit. This place grosses him out.
And in the back of her head, all Friday can think of is the line, out, damn spot.
Yes.
Well, I got a boogie, cause,
Yes. Dude, don't lose her, please.
I'm on my way. Don't panic, it's gonna be fine.
Okay. I hope to hear from you soon.
Oh, you will.
And if, I don't suppose you're taking anybody with you that, if you do have any... Oh, no, that's... Well, if there is any way that you could make sure to get any leftover funds back to me, even if you were to perish in the swamp, that would be great.
Listen, I'll do my best.
You're a professional, I appreciate that.
And so she just, like, gives him a little 2-finger salute off her forehead and heads back out the door.
Cool. Meanwhile, Matthias Marmalade, you are alone in this carriage. Are there any conversations you would like to be having?
No, I think he's pretty quiet at the moment.
I'm imagining it's you and Smooth kind of sitting on one side. You are facing Lucy and Sawslip, who still has his hood down and is just kind of like twiddling his thumbs. Lucy and Smooth have started up a conversation just about idle things, talking about the different amenities that were on the ship. Really uninteresting, snooty stuff, and Sawslip is just kind of looking at you like, so how long have you known magic for?
Been a while.
Have you ever used it to hurt anybody?
I used to protect myself.
I've kind of wanted sometimes to know a thing or two, but it's very looked down upon by my family.
It's the same as using a blade or any other weapon.
Yeah, right, exactly. There's good people and there's bad people, and power is What it's used for just depends on who has it.
Precisely.
He kind of goes tight-lipped and just kind of looks down at his hands and seems like he's not super into talking after that. He's thinking now. And Friday comes back. So you scooch back into the carriage.
And how long have I been gone? Like 15 minutes?
Yeah, like not very long.
Okay.
Lucy looks delighted. It wasn't so bad, right? Like he's not.
He was talking about expanding his business into giant frog mounts. Lucy, what the hell were you thinking when you married him?
I was out of my mind with grief.
Yeah, but even then...
Money? I don't know, wigs were still kind of getting off the ground.
Yeah, but even then...
she's laughing. Oh, I don't know. Honestly. Like I said, he wasn't like that so much when I first knew him. I don't know, haven't you ever been vulnerable and somebody was just there?
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's all she's saying. That's it. Just one word. Yep. And nothing else.
She's just kind of nodding. Yeah. I mean, he's boring and weird, but he's around. I guess that's probably the best thing I can say about him, which isn't a great sign, but don't care about that much right now, because now that I know that even if I find out what I want to find out, and even if he hasn't done anything actually bad, the fact that he hired somebody to follow me is like, this is all I don't know, this is already done. It's already over.
Yeah, so. You need to divorce the motherfucker.
Yeah. Which is fine, because I have wigs.
And this whole time, Matthias is just sitting there. He's got his legs crossed and he's like lining up the crease in his pants and studying his fingernails and just very specifically not saying anything.
Sorry, awkward conversation to have in a crowded carriage.
Right?
And y'all are moving now, by the way, so this is all happening while we are still on our way to our destination. She just kind of does a big animated shrug with two hands up. That's life for ya. Ain't pretty.
Sure ain't.
But anyways, he didn't get into a fight with you, so that's great.
Nope.
Were you able to get any more money out of him?
I sure did. I got another 100 gold out of him.
My girl. She slaps you on the shoulder. That's how you do it.
I mean, if I'm gonna get you away from this guy, the money's yours.
Wait, what?
I mean, I don't need it. You might.
Oh, sweetheart, no, I don't need it. I don't mean that to sound snotty, but I don't need it. I want you to get as much out of this as you possibly can, because this is all just stupid rich people drama, and you are obviously a hard worker, so I want you to get your worth out of this. But that's really sweet of you, but I don't need any help. I invented wigs.
Valid. Okay.
Simple as that. I found out how to make horsetail hair palatable for the heads of the rich. All you have to do is just not call it horsehair, and bleach it a lot, and add other colors to it, and weave in some gold and shit, and anybody will put that shit on their head. They don't know it was attached to a horse's ass a month ago.
And Friday is literally delighted by that.
So she has this just very elaborately styled, blackish blue hued hair that's in this piles on her head, and she just grabs that and lifts it off, and she just has a she still has black hair underneath, but it's unstyled. It's just kind of pinned to her head, and it doesn't have this streaks of blue in it or little gold adornments or anything. She's See, like, I don't have to spend hours styling my hair or putting weird little, like, gold beads in it and shit. I just pop this on like a hat. And she just puts it back on over her regular hair. She's like, genius, right? Like, it saves so much time.
And you look fantastic.
Thank you. I know. And she smiles. Big smile. Meanwhile, Saucelip, like, was watching that like that was fucking magic. He's just like, what? You just took off your hair. You just took off your hair and put it back on. It wasn't my hair, sweetie. It's okay. That wasn't magic. I don't actually know any magic. Just so you all know. I'm not a magic user.
You okay with us there? And she's like patting Saucy on the knee like, it's okay. It's fine. It's normal. Don't worry.
This is just so many new things I've been learning tonight. And, I don't feel as fun as I did a little bit ago. Do we have any more of those drinks in here? He just starts looking around.
Matthias pulls out his, he's got a flask. I think that's completely reasonable.
Yeah.
And just passes it to him.
You're gonna enable this?
Yep.
What's in the flask?
Whiskey.
Okay. So, you hand this flask to him. He takes a drink of it. Okay, so Friday, when you came into the carriage, which side are you sitting on? So there's like the two sides facing each other. There's room for 3 people on each side. And on one is
I figure they're Saucy and what's her name are sitting on the seat facing the front of the carriage. Mm-hmm. And Friday and Matthias and Smooth are on the opposite bench.
Okay.
With Smooth kind of like wedged in between.
Yes. All right, so Smooth and both of you are going to roll dex saves.
Uh-oh, here we go. All right. Wait, hold on. Core, do you agree with this? Are we in that position?
I mean, yeah, probably.
Okay.
Well, it was gonna be Matthias and Smooth.
Yeah, for sure.
And either way.
I was expecting that. So 14.
That's a 14 for me as well.
Okay, and Smooth got a 19. So, yeah,
nice.
All of you dodge your heads different directions, perfectly coordinated, as Saucy takes a sip of it and then just sprays it everywhere. Just. Oh, that does not taste so as sweet as the drink earlier did. Oh, God. Lucy's like patting him on the back. Oh dear, yeah, you have not learned the difference between a mixed drink and a shot, huh?
And Friday's like swiping at the back of her head to make sure that she didn't get drips down the back of her head.
Yeah, you're all good. And yeah, Lucy's just like patting his back and gently taking this flask away from him. And with that, your carriage is going to stop because you've reached the edge of solid land. You are outside of the town. You can still see the lights from where you are. Still faintly hear the sounds of nightlife in the distance. But you are outside the limits of the city. Not far from where you are, you can see the beginning of the boggy, gross ground. And as you all step out, the carriage departs. Saucelip kind of straightens up. All right, now you're all going to need to follow me exactly. And it's going to turn and face this complete darkness. And of course, everybody has fucking dark vision, so it's fine. But it's just for ambiance. It's super dark out here. All right.
Okay.
And it's like a bad feeling looking out into this area. It's so very flat for a long distance, so you can just see very far, and you can see these pockets of gas bubbling up from this boggy ground. You can see weird masses of like moss and things kind of moving in the distance, and it's starting to lightly rain now also, and the rain is just adding to the pungency of the smell of this bog. and he just steps into it. And you can see his feet sink down just a couple of inches, and then it seems like his foot hits something solid. And then he very carefully puts his next foot out and rolls from the back of his heel to his toe, straight in front of his other foot. And it's just taking these very deliberate steps. So as you watch him, I need you both roll intelligence rolls first to see how well you are paying attention to the exact pattern and distance of the steps he's taking.
That is a 14 for me.
Okay.
15.
All right. And let's see how Rance does. Ooh. Okay, so, and now I want you both to roll acrobatics.
Oh, that's a 21, baby.
Nice.
14.
Okay. All right, so you both are watching carefully.
By the way, before Friday ever takes a step into the bog, she's unslung her longbow and has knocked an arrow, not like pulling it back or anything, just having it knocked and ready.
Okay.
I feel with the acrobatics check I just did, I can do that. I can walk and chew gum at the same time with this one.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you both watch very carefully and can just like exactly tell where he's stepping, where his last step was, and after he says, you know, to follow him exactly, you both take that to heart and you pay attention. And Friday has a much easier time with it, but Matthias also does okay as you follow. And as you take the same steps exactly as he took, you can feel that you're stepping into straight bog water at first, and then about an inch underneath the surface of it, you feel your foot hit solid stone. And so you can tell that there is basically this hidden trail of stones just under the surface of the bog water that he is leading you across. Lucy, behind you, has hiked up her skirts. She did not get changed, by the way. She's staying in her dress.
Lucy, make better decisions.
She is fine with this. And also follows along perfectly. And Smooth is the last to go, and he's fixated on just seeing the water and seeing how everybody's just stepping into it.
Oh, no.
And doesn't pay enough attention to the actual pattern of steps, and he immediately just fucking slips and falls into the bog and is flailing around and yowling.
So Friday went right after
Saucy.
Yeah, why do I keep forgetting his name? Fuck. So she's like in the worst position to go help. And she can't shove Matthias aside or Lucy aside. And so she's like,
And Lucy like turns around and just like, oh no. It kind of grits her teeth and looks over at the two of you.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like Matthias probably would have gone next to last anyway, but yeah. I don't think I would have been right behind Friday.
Yeah.
So anyway, so he's just like, kind of does like a little huff and turns around and helps him.
All right. So do a strength check to see how well you help him.
18.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. Describe what you do.
I just like reach down and haul him up. He's a big guy, but I'm the big guy, and I just do it.
All right. Yeah, you do that. You do that, and he's just blubbering and like he's got bog water like in his mouth and everything. You pull him up onto the stepping stone behind you, and he just seems amazed that there is something solid underneath his feet, and he's just covered in bog water. He also has a lot of leeches on him.
Ouch.
And he notices this, and he starts and he goes to like start trying to tear one off, and it is embedded in his fur, and he's losing his shit now. Saucy turns around and says, oh, here, use this. And he has this little satchel that he is going to like pass. He's gonna pass it to you, Friday.
Okay. And I'm gonna pass it back to Lucy.
Okay. She's gonna pass it to Matthias. And Matthias, you've got a little bag of salt in your hand now.
All right, I'm gonna salt them up.
Season that cat.
So you're going to throw some salt at these leeches, and they are going to bubble and curl up and fall off.
Wait. Wouldn't a leech that lives in salt water not be affected by salt?
It's special salt.
It's
special salt.
It's special
Yeah.
salt.
Look, this is how we get tit snakes. Okay, shut up.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
You want me to give these leeches tits?
Nope. No, we don't need any lipples.
But no, that is a good observation. It was literally actually something that I thought about. But out this far, this is not closer to the edge of the ocean yet. This is like a further inland, longer standing, swampy area. It is not as like salt heavy. It's not as brackish as it is closer to the ocean.
Got it.
Which isn't like fun or interesting.
Okay,
but
valid.
Yeah,
very valid.
This is much closer to the actual like more inland water sources that are fresher. So, but this is all bullshit that I thought about that doesn't matter. It isn't as fun as Lipples. So
Matthias is just like, pay attention to where you step, please. Okay, Smooth.
Yes. I'm sorry. Oh.
Are you all right?
He kind of nods sheepishly, and then he kind of grabs onto your arm, and it's like, everybody else is starting to step ahead, and he's kind of holding you back. It's do you think I should just go back? I'm pretty sure I've made a fool of myself enough in front of Lucy by now.
You've gotten it out of your system then, right?
That's one way to look at it.
Do you want to be here, Smooth?
I don't know. I don't want to back out now, though, in case you need my help, but now I'm thinking I'm probably more trouble than I'm going to be any help.
Well, you've
an old
certainly
cat
given us the example of what not to do, so we'll not do that now.
Ugh.
Come on. Go ahead of me and I'll keep an eye on you.
Okay. I'm sorry.
You're fine, Smooth.
He just looks super embarrassed.
I just kind of like clap him on the back, like, you're fine. Go ahead. Pay attention to the steps, though.
You clap him on the back and you just get bog slime on your hand.
Remind me not to do that again.
You continue to follow Sawslip until you get to a more... There's like breaks in the bog water where there are more solid parts of land. There's some root masses from places where there were once trees. It's beginning to rain harder, and you're actually seeing some lightning in the distance. You can actually see where it's hitting the ground because it's just so flat here for so long. Further in the distance, there is this dark mass of the only remaining trees from what used to be a large forest here, and these just blackened trees forming this single island in the far distance in the center of this swamp. But you get to this small landmass, and you're all able to stand around each other again instead of in a single line. Sawslip kind of comes up to each of you. Everybody's doing okay so far? You want to check yourself for leeches. Sometimes you don't always notice right away if they're on you.
And Friday looks down at her feet, and because of her rubber boots, they had nothing to grab onto, so everything is fine.
Everything's fine. Lucy's like actually holding up pretty well for being in a dress and like heels and everything that she's in. She's good. Yeah, this isn't too bad. I used to do a lot of the more adventuring type stuff when I was a kid. This is really fun, actually. Isn't this kind of fun?
I mean, that's one word for it.
I think it's a little bit fun.
Yeah, well, see, I question your taste because I know who you're married to.
Fair. That's fair. I'll take that.
You know, I say this with love.
I know. But not for long, probably, so...
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, she turns around, and I'm just gonna assume y'all's passive perception is high enough for...
My passive is 14.
17.
Okay.
Dang. That's a really good passive perception, though.
Mm-hmm. Pretty good. Suspiciously good.
That's what my thing says. I have perception bonuses. Because you scared me and I went, well, did I fuck it up? I have a +7 to perception.
Damn. I mean, I have a +4, but still, damn. I'm the detective around here. Shouldn't I have the +7?
Then you did shit wrong.
Shouldn't you?
How dare you?
Oh shit! Fight!
Oh, there's gonna be one.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you continue on this solid stretch of land. There's like a little strip of land that this mass narrows into that he's leading you along now. It's kind of hard to follow it sometimes, but he obviously knows the way. He's your guide through here. But in the not too far distance, you're coming up on some of the places where you've actually seen lightning striking the bog itself a couple of times, and you see some movement in the water on either side of you in a few places now. You see some like small floating masses of plant matter and moss jerking and moving around in a way that is more than just the bubbling of the bog water that you've seen so far.
Rowan?
Huh? Are
we fighting a moss monster?
What is that even?
Don't play coy with me.
I've given you all the information that I have. What do you do when you see this?
Saucy, what would the twitchy plants be about?
Twitchy plants?
Many points.
Oh. I am not sure.
I do so love when the guide has no idea what we're talking about. Excellent.
Lucy kind of raises an eyebrow and she's Saucy, have you been out during a lightning storm before? He kind of grits his teeth and says, I've really only been out during the day to the other side to gather herbs.
And Friday is like rubbing her forehead with her free hand.
And you see static electricity, but like visible little arcs across the tops of these moving mounds in the bog water. And you see these dripping vines coming up from the middle of mounds of moss and grime and roots coming up from underneath it, creating this just dripping waterfall of moss as this rooty arm comes up and slaps one of the little pieces of land in front of you and pulls itself up. And going to have on either side of you, on this strip of land from in front of you and behind you, these big shambling mounds of plant matter that are crackling with this electric energy, all covered in mushrooms and with these bleached pieces of fossilized wood making sort of makeshift teeth in what is something of a face constructed of dead tree roots.
Fun.
Yeah. And we can do initiative.
Oh, that's a 22 for initiative, baby. Friday's going first.
14.
So it's going to be whoever, again, you two can do whichever order you want to if you have any sort of strategy. So it's going to be you two first, Moss Monsters, and then Smooth. Got dead last.
Oh, is Lucy not fighting?
No, she's kind of like pulling up her skirts close to her, and she goes back to back with Sawslip, and they both recede to the side as much as they can on this little strip of land, and they look to you, their bodyguards for this trip.
Oh like, boy.
Go ahead. Lucy has never claimed to be able to do anything other than make a good wig.
Valid, fair. So Friday looks at Matthias and goes, can you set it on fire?
And he just like looks at her and just turns around and doesn't even answer her. And
oh shit.
The one that's behind, that's closer to where he is going to smile at. It's going to be a wisdom save.
Okay, and yeah, so that one got a natural 20.
Okay.
So it is unaffected. You can't even really tell, honestly, whether this thing has eyes. Like, it obviously is sensing your location somehow, as they are facing you and have somewhat of a face made out of swamp rotten objects. But it is moving pretty slowly closer to you, and you can't tell beyond that what this thing is doing, what its intentions are, or anything like that.
Okay.
Friday.
Okay, so I have, as an action, the ability called Primeval Awareness, and I can expend one ranger spell slot to sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead are present within 1 mile of you. So I'm basically trying to figure out, what the fuck is this? So I'm gonna cast that spell as a level 1 spell.
Okay.
So if it's any of the above, I should be able to know if it's any of the above.
It's a large plant, unaligned.
Interesting. Okay. Well, then that was fucking useless. Awesome. And that was my action, so good job.
Sorry.
Yep, we got Bupkis and Bupkis. Cool.
We got Bupkis and Bupkis.
Okay, and so first one, closest to Friday, is going to try to do a slam attack.
Oh no.
I don't think... 15, break your AC?
That does hit.
Okay. And it has these two huge front limbs that are just made out of sloppy wet messes, but with like a lot of tree pieces and rot in there and roots and stuff. So
it's got some heft.
It's got some heft. And it is able to extend this arm and kind of thins it out and extends it further than you thought it could reach, and it just slams into you from the side and is going to hit you for 8 damage.
Ouch. Ouchie, ouchie.
The other one that's closer to Matthias, don't think that 11 is going to break your AC. So it tries to do something similar, but fails at it. And you can see blue crackles of light firing off like up and down its arm as it moves. You're also seeing more lightning in the distance hitting the top of the bog water, and there's like more movement happening out in the distance.
Cool.
And Smooth is going to try to do a little claw attack at he's sticking close to you, Matthias, so he's going to try to do a little claw attack at the one that just tried to swipe at you, which he's going to succeed at. He's just determined to do something right now and to redeem himself somehow. And also Lucy is just completely like sidestepped and is just intently watching y'all. So he like looks over her, runs up, does a claw directly in the face of the one that just tried to swipe at you, and drags these claws across his face, knocks out a few of those fossilizing pieces of wood that are creating these jagged teeth on it, and part of its jaw falls to the ground.
Ew.
And gonna hit that for a 7, and just take a chunk of its face off, which it doesn't actually seem really phased by.
Yeah.
Okay, so we went out of order last time, so it's my turn again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just gonna pull back my longbow and shoot it in the face.
Okay.
Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
That is 4 piercing damage.
Okay. Yeah, so you, where are you aiming for on it in particular?
Same thing that Smooth just did, going for the face.
Going for the face. All right, yeah, so you just hit it dead center of the face, and it splits open a little bit, and bog ooze comes out of it and drips onto the ground. Matthias.
I'm going to need a con save.
Ooh.
Okay. That's a big old 7.
Okay, that's a fail.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be thunder waving.
Okay.
That's going to hit for 10 and push it back 10 feet.
Okay. All right, yeah. You successfully push it away. I'm imagining this is the one that is like behind where y'all are trying to go to. So this one has just had its face heavily damaged by Smooth, and now it is pushed further to the back of you, so out of your way of where you're headed towards. All right, the one closest to Friday is definitely gonna miss you.
Nice.
And that one that was just pushed away. Okay, its reach is only 5 feet for the attack it was going to do. And you're noticing just how incredibly slowly it's moving. So it's just going to spend this entire turn just trying to get 5 feet closer.
Nice.
Smooth is going to take another swipe at it successfully. He's getting like into it now. He's doing like a little idle animation fight stance. And he runs and does a double slash at it and takes off most of its face, and then he disengages and dodges back. And this thing is nearly stationary, like it's kind of reaching out with one tentacly rooted arm, but its face is just, or what looked like somewhat of a face is just completely torn off now, but it is still trying to move towards you.
Okay, so Friday turns around and yells, "Duck!" and shoots for the one that is now, like, falling apart that's behind her.
Okay.
So the one that Smooth just attacked. So she's telling the boys to get down.
Okay.
And that would be a 22 to hit.
All right. Nice, do a dex save.
That's a 21.
Okay. Smooth got 18. Okay. So nobody's getting fucking hit except for this thing.
Nice. And I did 5 damage to it with my longbow.
Yeah, so you just hit it dead center again in like the place where its face has been torn off, and it hits this nerve-like bundle of roots that splits open and spurts out all of this black bog gunk, and it kind of deflates most of the body of this thing. Like, it's still reaching out with these arms, but the center of it kind of collapses.
Nice.
Matthias.
I guess I'm going to Thunderwave the one at the front now.
Okay.
So another con save.
Okay. That is an 11.
That's another fail. So that is going to hit for 11 and be pushed back 10 feet.
Dang. Good job.
And so, yeah, you're going to hit that and push it back 10 feet. And that actually pushes it back off of the edge of this solid land and back into the bog water. So I'm going to give you an option right now. You were seeing these things are moving pretty slow. You see that there are more of them in the distance, or there's more movement in the distance, basically everywhere where lightning is striking. You are pretty confident with how this has gone so far that you could dispatch these things. You don't know exactly what's going on with them, but they are out of your way. You could move on, or you could make sure that they are dead.
Yeah, no, if the way is clear, I'm just gonna grab Smooth's arm and take off.
Yep, time to go.
Saucy nods. Smooth looks a little disappointed. He's like, oh, I was just getting started.
I'm sure there'll be more for you to claw their eyes out. It's fine. Come on. Chop, chop.
He kind of puffs his chest up, retracts his claws, and like, oh, all right. And he like looks over to see if Lucy's paying attention. She's just running ahead. Okay, so yeah, you've cleared your way. Saucy just continues to lead you through these little patches of land. There's a lot of activity in the distance, nothing getting quite as close to you as those two just were. And you're going to make your way towards that black, thick mass of trees that you were able to see in the distance. Once you get there, he leads you into this just dead, black, crumbling remnant of a forest. The lightning is picking up, the rain is becoming heavier, there are no leaves in these trees to stop the rain from just pouring down on you now. And you're going to see this big, dark stone building. And as you get closer, you make your way into the courtyard, which is this winding pathway. You can tell all of the places where there used to be gardens and ponds, all which now are black patches of land surrounded by crumbling stones and these deep pits. And you get up to this large, ominous wooden door. And door opens. A heavy creak that fills this large empty courtyard around you, echoes this painful creak. And you see somebody wearing the same sort of robe that Saucy was, but a much taller, more intimidating presence. And when this door opens, you immediately hear something behind the sound of rain, behind the sound of lightning striking the swamp. The thing that is catching your attention is the sound that is persistently coming from within this large building as soon as the door opens. And I'm going to give you that sound right now.
Oh, fun.
Oh, no.
That is a sound.
No. Nope. Nope.
Not a fan.
And we'll pick up next time.
Yeah, pick up next
We'll just-
time with that echoing my ears as I go to bed tonight. Yeah. Fuck. Can we go back to Snipples?
Yeah. Fucking you. Now you want Sniffle.
Now I want Snipples.
Now you missed the good time.